Mike with www.lawmanguitars.com. Hey, listen, I've got a really cool guitar for you, and you're probably wondering, why was Mike playing George Harrison? Well, I've got a guitar just like George Harrison's first real guitar. What we have here is a 1959 Hofner President. Now, the Hofner Presidents, of course, were made in Germany, and it's an archtop guitar, and it's absolutely beautiful, and for a 1959, it's in remarkable, remarkable shape. And let's see, Hofner, German, George Harrison. Is there another association that we have with that? Oh yeah, Paul played the Hofner Beatle Bass. So when I got this guitar, I'm looking at it, I'm going, boy, you know, this looks pretty familiar. The finish on it and the spruce top looks just like a Hofner Beatle Bass. It's really, really cool. Of course, all the German engineering, they over-engineer all of their stuff, including their cars and their guitars. And this one is no exception. So anyway, in 1959, this guitar was built, and George's happened to be a 1958. I've got a picture in my website with the guitar. It's really cool. He's there with the quarrymen, and his was a 1958 Hofner President, and there he is proudly playing his Hofner President. I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. This one is just 1 year newer than the one George Harrison played, even before he was a Beatle. That's just really cool. So anyway, what's the deal with the President? I didn't really know too much about these. I'd never seen one. I didn't even know they existed. A pro player here in town had this guitar, and he was raising funds to buy some new equipment. He says, I know you are the guy for this guitar because no one else will understand it except you and your customers. I said, well, you're probably right about that. So let's go over it. It's an archtop, of course, and every single bit of this guitar is original, which is just remarkable. But seeing how clean it is, it really speaks to the fact that it was just babied over the years. It has, of course, the little Hofner decal that's here in the upper bass bout, which is just in beautiful, remarkable shape. The bridge is original with the compensated saddle on here is original. The tailpiece says Hofner compensator registered 851997, which must be like our how we register things for our new inventions. This is probably how they did it over in Germany, but it is for sure the tailpiece for this guitar, and it's just in beautiful shape. And then what I thought was just fantastic was this pick guard. The pick guard is just, it's fairly delicate. I mean, I was surprised that it was still here, and it's actually anchored in 3 different places. It has, of course, an anchor here at the neck. It has an anchor here like the standard ones would have, and then they actually have another little piece that anchors into the bridge. So it's nicely anchored, so it would be harder to break. It has, of course, the 3 button fret markers on this guitar like the Hofner basses do, and look at this headstock. Oh my goodness. It's got the beautiful vine of life and the Hofner that's all in mother of pearl and inlaid, and it's just beautiful. Original truss rod cover. I don't recognize these tuners, which doesn't surprise me because they're original and German. But on the back, look at the flame on this book-matched back. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful, and it's got some finish crazing in it. A finish craze is different than a Gibson of that age. It's a little more delicate, so I'm thinking that their finishes might have even been a little bit thinner than even Gibson's. I was really surprised by that. I know the Italians spray their finishes real heavy, but apparently the Germans had a little different technique. Of course, it's got the little mother of toilet seat heel button on here. That's still there. The bindings are absolutely incredible. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plies on these bindings. There is no hint of anything being having any problems with those at all. I know Gretsch's and some guilds have problems with that. This one has no challenges whatsoever. The F-holes are completely bound. They're in great shape. And of course, the neck is fully bound all the way up through the head. Now, this nut is just crazy cool. It actually looks like it's 3 plies. It has blonde, black, blonde, and it looks like they built it up with 3 different plies. And so that is original, and it's just in beautiful shape. It does have a 0 fret on it, which helps in your tuning and intonation. And like I said, it's just in marvelous shape. Now, when you get into these arch tops, of course it has a set neck, and the first thing I did when I grabbed it was, let me play it, because I know how these can go. And a lot of times, as the necks and the tension over the years will start pulling it, the action will get higher and higher and higher. This one, oops, I'm in A sharp. That feels better. Wow. So it plays really, really well. There is no need for a neck reset on this guitar, which is the only way to improve that if it does start to pull away, is you have to steam the neck off, get your luthier to put new shims in there and re-glue it in the right level. This one does not need that. It's very expensive to do, so you want to check those. Make sure that the necks are okay, because if they're not, you have to spend a lot of money on them. I've had to do that, I know. So I checked that very, very quickly to make sure the necks are okay. This one is great. It plays great. Now, let's talk about the sound of this guitar. It's very bright. I made mention in the listing of the guitar that finger pickers would like this guitar. It's very clear. It's Gibsons of the same age and Archtop are much more mellow. It's probably from the mahogany that most of these are made of. This one, of course, is maple, and it's just crystal clear. And it's, for a finger picker, I think would just be a fabulous, fabulous guitar, because you're going to get great clarity out of the guitar. Boy, this is fun. So it's really a cool guitar, all original, and one of the nicest arch tops I've had in a really long time, and it's a 1959. It's just hard to believe I was 7 years old when this guitar came out, and I'm ancient, so this guitar is really, really old. So anyway, that's really cool, but I've got a really cool case with it as well. And it's a 1950s case, so it would not be the case that would go with that guitar, but it is a 1950s case, so it goes with it. The handle is broken at the moment. As I brought it in today, the little thing pulled out. I'll probably have Jeff the tech fix it before you ever see it, but at the moment it is broken. But all the hinges are here. The case is really in nice shape, except for that handle that came loose. There's some breakage that occurred around in here. I took my glue gun to it and helped that quite a bit. The interior is very nice. The blue is very, very nice. There is absolutely zero hint of any moisture have ever been in here. The accessory box lid is here, although held on with some duct tape. But it's just a really nice case. It fits that guitar extremely well, and I wanted to have a 50s case for it. What I got it in was a gig bag, which you're not going to want to have that guitar in a gig bag. So until you find a Selmer case, which is what would come with that, good luck with that. I've never even seen one in this country, but I imagine they're around. But this case is a proper case for that guitar. So you get this cool 50s case, you get a 1959 Hofner Presidente, just like George Harrison played, only 1 year newer, but it is a fantastic guitar, and you will be able to tell lots of stories about it, which is always important in an old guitar. So check it out, and all our cool guitars at www.lawmanguitars.com. We just got our website back up. I'm sending everybody there because I'm so proud of our website. It's just awesome. We've got all our demos in there. I've got all my very best guitars in there. We're populating it every month. There's a place for you to sign up for our newsletter, which we've got tons of people signing up for that, and we'll be sending out our first issue next month. And I'm really looking forward to communicating with my customers that way. I know a lot of you find me on Facebook, which is cool. Just go to Lawman Guitars on Facebook. But it'll be great to be able to catch the people that aren't Facebookers. And these are people that are buying my guitars. So I definitely want to communicate with you. So when you get in there, make sure you sign up for the newsletter, and I'll make sure that I communicate with you. So hey, I really appreciate your support. We've been selling a bunch of guitars. I'm just really happy for all the support of my small business. And thank you a lot for watching my videos.